Sign up today.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the June 12th, the fantastic Friday edition of today's Trader's Edge show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Don't you wish the world would operate that way? Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, look, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that, well, it's to always remember that life is happening for us. Not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We're going to go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But much more important than that, during this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in at 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, we've got you covered there, too. You can always send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question, and in our Tiger's Den or YouTube channel, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on fabulous, fantastic Friday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to Lush Show. Right now, we got all the indices in the green, including the spot volatility index. She's trading at 4146, well above its 50-day exponential moving average. The bounce that you're seeing in the market today was anticipated, was expected because of yesterday's one-day rate of change being well above that plus 10% level. Spot volatility index is still well above the 50-day exponential moving average. Look out below. But let's go take a look at what the markets have been doing today, just to kind of keep you really focused. And it's very simple, because all we're going to do is follow the nines out here. Let's start by taking a look at the Dow Equity Future contract out here. What took place as we came into, yesterday during the show, and many of you have been listeners for years out here, so you know one of my favorite tools is that spot volatility index and that one-day rate of change. And what we do is you're anticipating some type of market bounce, some type of rally in the overnight session, may last longer, what have you. And what you're really doing is you're trying to set up some type of pattern on the short-term time frame charts out here. So if we take a look at the Dow Equity Future contract, what you're going to see, let me get my cursor out here, we'll get right to it, right here at 1600 hours. So as the cash market was coming to a close, what the Dow Equity Future contract did was got to bar number 9 of that TD9 count. It's a great pattern out there. In fact, that very following bar was a higher low, so we knew that the trade was, if you're a futures trader out here, the trade was your stop is a close below the low of that bar at 1600 hours, and your price target was 25,946. This is in the Dow. Now, these green horizontal lines that are on my screen out here, I had nothing to do with this. This is just trading by the numbers. This is how well this works. This is why I really suggest to you that you really learn at least this tool. You don't have to be much of a technologist, but what a great place to start, because this is just counting. All you have to do is take a look at closes of each bar versus a close of a earlier bar out there. And you can set up these resistance lines. At 5:45 last evening, how would this have helped you if you were a futures trader? I send out to my subscribers, typically most evenings, a end-of-day report with all kinds of charts they can look at for all kinds of indices, all the indices, all the major indices, all the sectors in the S&P 500, a number of other tables out there, but mostly an overview of what to anticipate if we've got some signals. And here it was very simple. It was, look, we've got this TD9 count pattern on the 30-minute. We had it on the 60-minute. We had it on the 120-minute. I think we might have had one on the 5-hour time frame out there. And we said, look, the target is going to be 25.946. 946. Well, what did price actually do? We had a nice rally coming into that 10 o'clock time frame. Price stopped right there. Now, if you take a look at this, no swing point, no nothing. There is no possible human way that anyone would have chosen 25,946 as a level for the bounce to stop. But look, during this process here, in the overnight time frame, we also got a TD9 count to the upside, and that created the support level. So what? Price couldn't bust it up. What does it try to do? Bust it down. Again, 25,202. Take a look at where price got to at 11:30. It tested and rejected 25,202. It really is this easy. It is at least this easy for you to be able to identify support and resistance. Now, here's what we know. Price couldn't bust it up, so it tries to bust it down. Couldn't bust it down. Now, as of 1:11 in the afternoon, we can see prices below Stevie's red line. What do you think the odds are that we're going to see the Dow Equity Future Contract go back and test 25,202, maybe blow it away? I don't know. But right now, the message is because you're below Stevie's red line, you're below the bottom of its profile. Now, this bar doesn't complete for 18 minutes. So there could be a different signal 18 minutes from now. But I'm giving you the signal as of 1:12 in the afternoon. And we should anticipate that price is going to go test that 25,202 level. Doesn't tell me whether it's going to take it out or not, but tells us where price is headed to. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Neither of those two levels are, to my knowledge, are anywhere where somebody would have identified breakout support or breakdown resistance. You want to use this set of tools. Look, if we use the ES Mini out here and we take a look at it, the ES Mini also yesterday setting up a TD9 count bottom. Where's price targeting? 30.87. What took place as we got to 10 o'clock this morning? Price gets up to 30.87. Can't bust it out. What's it try to do? Bust them to the downside. Where does price find support? 30.1175. We can see it gets targeted to hit. So that's going to be so here you've got now two key levels to be watching. 30.1175. On the ES and the whatever the number was that I gave you inside of the Dow Equity Future Contract. As we roll over and take a look at a little bit larger time frame, the daily time frame out here, here's what we're going to see. We're going to see the real key level inside of the NQ. I could go give you the 30-minute TD9 count breakout area, but the real key level out here is 95.69. We're at 96.22. If the NQ closes below 95.69, well, what it will be doing, it will be confirming the breakdown message inside the ES and the breakdown message inside the Dow. Both of those are below the bottom of their daily profile, and also very likely the breakdown message inside the Russell 2000. It is the NQ that is the holdout here. So you're going to really want to watch that end of day close, 95.69. A close below that will be suggesting that we have a change in trend. Now that change in trend, where does price head to? Well, of course, I put up this screen. You tell me where's it going to, the ES Mini. 25.80. That is at least the next stop on the way down. That is because that is its breakout area. No swing point. If you take a look at the NQ, if it closes below that 95.69, where is it headed to? Well, 93.20 is its breakout area. So that's going to be another level to be watching inside of the NQ. When we get closes below those breakout areas, just like we looked at in the ES and the NQ, that is a double confirmation, if there is such a thing. And there is, I just made it up. So it has to exist. A double confirmation of a change in trend. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back. We're going to go take a look at Boeing, ticker symbol AU, Newmont Mining, and BMY. We'll be right back, folks.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. So for John in Sarasota, his question is about Boeing. BA is a ticker symbol, and very specifically, wait, add, or out. So let's go take a look at it. And at Boeing, we've got the 3 different time frames. We've got daily, weekly, monthly out here. The left-hand panel is the daily. We know that price is below the bottom of its daily profile out here. So if you were in it, this is telling you that it wants lower price. Now, there's a very good possibility, and we'll go take a look at the reason why. Well, we'll have to see by the end of the day here that we should see Boeing have a further counter trend rally up to 197.70. That would be the ideal. And what would likely be going on here is an A to B equals CD to the downside. Now, the reason that it looks to me like price should move up to the 197.70 level is if we look at the weekly time frame chart here for Boeing, it moved to higher ground. It has some volume behind the weekly move, and price is above the top of its weekly profile. On the monthly, bad shape out there below the bottom of its monthly profile. Now, the other reason to suggest that we could see Boeing bounce up to 197.70, it's all dependent upon where it closes in relationship to Stevie's green line right now. But what we saw take place yesterday was a big flush to the downside, big volume behind the move, which is suggesting we should see an A to B equals CD to the downside. But price is back above Stevie's green line out there at 180 and change. 180 and 50-ish, so to speak. And if price can stay above that, what this tells us on a daily time frame is Boeing has a rising price oscillator above zero. And as long as price can stay above that, price should seek its next resistance level. Well, the next resistance level would be the bottom of that daily profile, 197.70. So, John, your question was add. Boy, if you're a real short-term trader, but I wouldn't necessarily do this based upon the market outlook that I have for the Dow specifically. So I don't, other than short-term trader, I wouldn't add. Out, I would get out if price closed below Stevie's green line today. So you've got that number. And wait, I like the idea of wait. because you might be able to buy A to B equals CD to the downside pattern out there. So, John, I hope that helps you out with regard to Boeing. We had a request that came in yesterday that I did not get a chance to. This came in from Mimi out here, and Mimi wanted to take a look at ticker symbol AU. I believe that's Anglo Gold Ashanti. Most certainly is out here. And Mimi was just asking if we could just take a look at it. Comment on AU long. So you're long this. Here's what we know right now. Price is trading below the top of its daily profile. That's 25.08. So if price closes below that, this is suggesting, Mimi, that price will pull back to 23.62, the bottom of its bullish structured profile. On a weekly basis, price is above the top of the weekly profile. This is suggesting on a pullback, price would find support or may find support at 22.40. So we got 22.40 and 23.62. And on the monthly time frame, price is above the top of its profile. So that is bullish unless we see some kind of topping signal. Now let's pull over Stevie's other charts out there and see what patterns that we have. Well, when we pull open the daily time frame, what we're going to see is this formed a Rhodes momentum indicator top. This was on May 19th. It does it with that bearish engulfing candle out here. What we've seen transpire over the last couple of days is a test and rejection of Stevie's green line out there. Now, what that's communicating to you, Mimi, is you should anticipate a further pullback. Well, we really covered that. That was the message we got from just take a look at the TAS market profile charts. So now that's what we would say. Now, if price closes below 23.62, that becomes a problem for you. But you've got a valid topping signal. Support is held, so there's no reason to jettison this, but you should anticipate that price is going to move lower. And if it moves lower and it's moving with volume into the June 6th swing point out there, this too would be forming an A to B equals CD to the downside. Now, the weekly chart out there, that looked pretty good, and I don't have anything here to change that viewpoint. Out here in the monthly chart, still looks pretty good. It's got a potential of a Rhodes momentum indicator signal, but no bearish reversal candle, so no call there. So it looks to me, Mimi, like AU, Anglo Ashanti, whoops, that was the monthly chart. The daily, it looks like it's still going to pull back further. Watch that 23.62 area. That's where it's going to release the most amount of information for you. Hope that that helps you out. Thanks so much for waiting a day. Jim writes in, oh, we've got a caller on the line, and we do here have call-ahead seating. You got to love it. So let's go out to Fort Collins, Colorado, and speak with Mark. Mark, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
Good, Steve. How are you doing?
I am doing very well. Thanks so much for asking. And so how are things in Fort Collins? So give us a feel for what it is that you see out there, business-wise, lockdown-wise, just any observations that you might have.
People seem to have, we have a mask-wearing order for any grocery stores. The restaurants are open. The ones that wanted to open are open, and you can eat socially distanced. You don't have to wear a mask in the restaurants. I think all the staff do.
Have you been to any of the restaurants?
I've been to a couple, and yeah.
Dine-in restaurants or?
Dine-in. I'm mostly doing takeout, but I've done dine-in twice.
Yeah.
And that's been fine. And it does seem like activity's returning, but I don't know to what extent. It's tough to say. There's definitely more traffic on the roads, more people in the stores, but people are, for the most part, we've had a pretty low incidence of infection here because they did a real good job, I think, locally in Fort Collins area. But Greeley, which is a town over, had a much more difficult time because they had a meatpacking plant. And it's a lower income area that I don't think people weren't quite as on board with everything. So,
Okay.
So it's interesting.
Thanks for that. It's good. I just really trying to get a feel, the live in the field eyes out there, what people are experiencing. I've been going to the restaurants that I had frequented because I want them to stay in business, obviously.
Right. Yes,
but you can just see the struggles. That they're,
and then the health club's open as well, so I've been able to go there. They've got, I think they're at 50% capacity as far as allowing up to 50% of the capacity in. You got to bring a spray bottle and a towel and wipe off everything you use and wear a mask when you can. You don't have to wear it the whole time. You have to wear it when you walk in the front door and get your temperature taken, but you don't have to wear it while you're exercising, but you can if you want. And supposed to wear it in the common areas.
It's really kind of funny, the logic there. You got to wear it coming in the door, but go ahead and sweat and work and, take your mask off. But let's take a look at FireEye, FEYE. I believe that's what you had called about. And so tell us what you're doing and how I can help you.
Well, I've been in and out a couple times. I bought it originally around 1190, got out at 13, I think 68 on its run up, watched it go higher, and then bought in and kind of got back out again the last couple of days, and I'm potentially looking at buying it again, but I'm trying to see where you think support and resistance are in your charts.
Sure. So I would say if you're looking to buy, based on the way that it's trading today, so we don't have really a topping. Well, there was a Gartley sell signal in this that confirmed a few days ago, and price has rejected Stevie's green line the last 2 days, and yesterday was a slight close below the bottom of the profile. You're getting some follow through today. 1111 is the breakout level, but we're about to go to a hard break, Mark. So hold on through this breakout here. We'll finish take and look at FireEye with you, but 1111 looks like the number. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as,
whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us, and Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that will take you step-by-step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab. Bam!
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So we're taking a look at ticker symbol FEYE. It's FireEye Inc. With Mark in Fort Collins, Colorado. And so, Mark, I had mentioned that there was an A to B equals CD pattern that began. The A point was the March 17th low. The B point was March 26th, makes about a 0.618 retracement into April the 3rd. And the 1-to-1 price projection, 1368. It got to that level on the trading day of June 9th. That was Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, what we saw was a bearish engulfing candle. This body here, this red body, engulfed the entire green body out there, and that was the signal of a Gartley sell pattern, because FireEye had been in a fairly decent descending trend out here. And so that's your Gartley sell signal. Now, when you get a Gartley, any kind of topping pattern out here, we first look to support, because we don't know whether support will be broken out here. And that was really where yesterday came in. And it was just a slight close below the bottom of that profile. So a second close below it today would signal lower prices out there. And because price yesterday and today also were testing that oscillator unchanged line and it was knocked back down, that's what's suggesting to you and I that price should target the 1111 area. And that is the breakout area. Now, that's what the daily time frame signal shows us. Mark, if we switch over to the weekly chart, so if we combine what we saw on the daily, the Gartley sell signal, and then we look to the weekly to see what was going on there, we can see that last week was a TD9 count pattern. Today, this week was a higher high, but we know that the high of that pattern could be bars 8, 9, or the bar following 9 out here. So this is suggesting on the intermediate term basis that we also have a topping pattern. And this is suggesting a pullback to 1145. So if 1111 is going to get hit, 1145 is going to be that first place to kind of keep your eye out for potential support out there. But if 1145 fails, which is likely, but I don't know whether it will or it won't. So we just let the market communicate to us. If 1145 fails, then you know you got 1111. But you also now have to consider this 958 area, which is the weekly breakout level for FireEye. So I think what you're going to have to do out here is, so you're not in it right now, is that correct?
Yeah, I actually was able to take advantage of that ABC up. Even though I bought it around 1180, 1190, I sold it exactly at the 1368 when it hit the ABC up, and then it ran a little higher, which was fine. I made my money and got out. So okay. I'm just watching it now.
Yeah, so I think what you're going to need to do is maybe watch the volume metrics on the way down into that 1145, 1111 area out there. And even the longer term chart, the monthly chart, and you're really going to have to watch this one closely to try to make your decision. On the monthly time frame chart out here, it's triggered a Rhodes momentum indicator signal, but it never gave us the bullish reversal candle. And price right now seems to be finding resistance on a monthly basis at its red line area. So that's not like the positive thing that you and I wanted to see here. But watch that daily time frame. Watch the volume as that 1111 area, is approached, the 1145 area.
Okay, that's great info. And I want to also thank you. I was able to take advantage of that. The short Dow trade and got in around 21 and out around 26 near the close yesterday, based on the high one-day rate of change of the VIX and the high trend reading. I thought we'd have a pop this morning, and I didn't get back in, so I'm kind of anxiously waiting to see where to short again. But I'll watch for signals.
Yeah, but so how cool is that though? So, so I sent out the update around 5:45 last night, so that, you're an experienced trader and you know what's going on out there, but just the ability to say, hey, look, here's what's going on in the short term, anticipate a bounce out there, and that way those folks that are trading the futures, because it's so easy for folks to see a down day like what we saw yesterday and want to jump on board that short train.
Right.
And not be able to use these tools to anticipate some type of counter trend rally, and then it stops right where it was supposed to stop. So, hey, Mark, good to talk to you as well. Have a great weekend, and we'll look forward to speaking to you again.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it. Bye.
You bet. Have a nice weekend. That was Mark in Fort Collins. The NDX 100 sliding over to slightly red as we speak. We had some other requests out here. The requests were Newmont Mining, NEM is the ticker symbol. Just because of lack of time, I don't recall who asked. It doesn't matter. Let me just get right to it. So as we take a look at Newmont Mining, here we can see that this formed a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top a couple of weeks ago. So you've got your topping signal that's in place out here. To do that, we try to get a cursor out here, makes it a little bit easier. So here are the top forms with back on May the 19th, May the 20th was the real signal out here, the bearish reversal candle and price below Stevie's green line. See how price has been over the yesterday's move? It moved up into Stevie's green line, which was also turning red, and it got knocked back down. So whoever was asking about Newmont Mining, this is suggesting to us that price is going to go ahead to that 46.56 level, and that's on the daily time frame. Now, there's a hammer candle, so you're going to want to watch the activity on that June 5th area. But right now, everything is pointing to Newmont Mining. NEM is the ticker symbol, headed back to its breakout level, and that is 46.56 on the daily time frame. We had a request to go take a look at Barrick Gold out here. So GOLD is the ticker symbol. As we take a look at it, let's see if it's got a similar message. So, yeah, you've got the Rhodes Momentum Indicator topping pattern out here. That was formed with this bearish engulfing candle on May the 20th. There was also a close below Stevie's red line, green line, I should say. Now, price in the case of Barrick Gold has pulled back to its breakout level. That was at 23.15, and it's held. But price below that green line number at 24.71. It's within inside its market profile. So price right now is looks like it wants to tag the 23.15 area again, 23.15 to 23.59. If price closes below 23.15, 2 consecutive sessions out there, 18.97 would be the message for Barrick Gold out here. If I look at the weekly time frame chart, what the weekly time frame chart is showing us is that this week was a rejection of Stevie's green line. On the weekly basis, this has a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top as well. And so the retest and rejection of 25.08 this week is suggesting that it too wants lower price. We'll just focus in on the daily price target at the moment. And as I take a look at Barrick Gold for the monthly time frame, I don't have anything here that is is bearish out here. So I think it's the daily and the weekly that are really driving things. Let's go to Gary in Boston. Gary, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you?
All right. How are you?
I am doing very well. Thanks for asking. And you want to take a look at BDRY. Tell me what it is and what you're looking at and how I can help you.
Well, what I really want to do is the Baltic Dry Index. I don't know if you can get that.
Let's assume for right now I can't. If we could just stick with BDRY.
Okay, BDRY is the package of the Baltic Dry Index. It looks to me like the shipping, dry shipping, is about to take off. Well, it is taking off.
Yes.
And this thing, when it gets running, can take a big move.
Okay.
So the BDRY is a package of the BDI contracts.
Got it. Gary, do me a favor. Stick with us through the break. We're about to go to a hard break right now.
Sure.
We'll come back. We'll go ahead and pick this apart. I don't want you entering this thing today. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We're on the line with Gary, and we're taking a look at the Baltic Dry Managers Group Commodity Break Wave Dry Bulk Shippers. In any event, the BDRI is the ticker symbol, and Gary is absolutely correct in that if we were just taking a look at these charts here and looking at what price is doing in relationship to its market profiles, understanding the top of the profile is resistance and the bottom is support, we're going to see a weekly close, or we should see a weekly close above the top of that profile, which is 566. So that's good. We can see on the left-hand side panel out here, Gary, you can see an A to B equals CD to the upside. No bearish reversal candle is formed just yet, so price can continue moving higher. It's achieved the 1 to 1.272 A to B equals CD. So its next price projection area may be in the 680 area. But I did say to you before we went to that break, hey, I really don't want you trying to get into this trade today, today or on Monday. And the reason is that we also take a look at today is going to be bar number 9 of a TD 9 count pattern. And oftentimes when this pattern takes hold, Gary, the high will occur on bars 8. That would have been yesterday, 9, that'll be today, or on Monday. And knowing that we've got the A to B equals CD, that could set up a Gartley sell. I don't know whether it will or it won't. You're just towards the end of this game here where you're in the danger zone here. I'd have to have really strong reasoning from a momentum standpoint to tell you to go ahead and get into it. Instead, I'd rather you say, okay, we know this is running away, or it appears to be, make a nice move. See if this forms some type of top between today and Monday, so maybe Tuesday we know. And then if it does, then your buy point is going to be somewhere between 512 and 575. We'll have to come back and take a look at it. But that's how I would play it at this stage of the game versus trying to get into it now. Now, if you're in it, are you in it?
No, I'm. But I followed this for several years, and there's a seasonal pattern, and when it turns up, it lasts for months. And it's an iron ore to China, basically. And China has picked up, and as Brazil opens, and they're hampered by the virus. As they start shipping, I mean, this thing, if you look at look back in your chart and what huge runs it has. So the fundamentals are falling into place for more than a 2 or 3 week upturn. You know what I mean? Like a two-month upturn. And when this thing gets moving, it goes a lot. And it's so depressed.
And look, this TD9 count pattern may not slow down price at all, which will tell you that there's substantial momentum and that price is targeting 741. But what I can't do is I can't do the shows that I do for you, the newsletters that I do, where we pay attention to that TD9 count pattern and then suggest that somebody gets in.
I understand, and I'm certainly going to wait for that. Just pointing out that in the past, you can see like the last run-up, was huge.
Sure.
Anyway, could you try one thing for me?
Yeah.
Try the $ BDI.
Well, here, let me do it over on this thing here.
That's the Baltic Dry thing on stock charts.
Yeah. I don't. So I'm not getting anything. Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm not. So I don't know. I'd have to spend some time to try to figure out what that might be on eSignal, and whether or not I've got access to it. I likely do.
What's weird is it has a different pattern. It now has a breakout, above that like 7 thing. It would be up like 8 or 9. So it's confusing.
Gary, what's
it must be the contracts.
What's the new
dry
ships? What's the old dry ships ticker symbol? Do you know? Is that entity still around?
Which one?
Dry ships?
I don't know.
Okay. Because I try to put a DRYS and I don't get anything, so it must have been bought out or something or changed symbols. I was just going to go to that one, but and I forget.
Well, one that I'm thinking of buying also is called SB, Safe Bulkers.
SB. What is it? SB?
Yes.
So if we take a look at SB, Safe Bulkers out here, so just for the heck of it, so SB, just see what this shows us, which may be a different pattern. So this is trading in between its bullish structured daily profile out here, suggesting that price wants to make a run for about $1.44. When I take a look at its other chart, so totally different pattern than what you and I were looking at.
It's really depressed, right?
This one here, if you were asking me, this is signaling to me that this wants to go trade up to 144. It's a 128 right now.
I appreciate. I'll follow up with you in the weeks coming because I think this thing could double or triple.
Yeah, please do. I'd appreciate that. Hey, Gary, have a nice weekend.
The dynamics of China and iron ore shipments picking up, and China has a shortage. That's a nice setup. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You bet. Happy to help you out. Yvonne in our YouTube channel wants to take a look at ticker symbol RWH. Doesn't ring a bell, but that's okay. Let's go figure out what RWH is. Is it H? Well, there is no RWH, so we would have really struggled with RWH. But we can go take a look at the Russell 2000, and just wants us to look at it. So we're taking a look at, this is the short for the Russell 2000. So if you're in it, I would stay in it out here. And really what we're going to do, as opposed to use this 2X out here, is go take a look at what the Russell 2000 is doing. We're going to look at the equity future contract out here. So here we're going to pull open the daily time frame. This has got, as far as the patterns are concerned, it's got your Gartley sell pattern. That was with this little dark cloud cover 4 days ago. It had wave number 7. That's letter G on the top of my screen out here. So what you want to do, if you, Yvonne, are in that RWM, I suspect that you are, you're going to want to watch the Russell 2000 equity futures contract, where it's targeting right now is its breakout level. And the very specific number is 1247.50. We won't see the same pattern if I put up RWM out there. So that's why what I want you to really focus on is the underlying instrument. And so 1247. Now, if price closes below 1247, then that's telling you that price is headed back to the March lows and very likely lower out there. So that's what I see when I take a look at what's going on inside of the Russell 2000. Now, I'll put up the short-term time frame chart. out here. We began the show. We were showing how price ran up into resistance of its TD9 count breakdown level on the short-term time frame. That would have been 1424 inside the Russell. Never got up there. Right now, what's going on, Yvonne, is price is testing its breakout here of 1354.70. No idea if in this 30-minute bar whether price is going to reject this level of 1354.70 or not. If it does not reject it, meaning there's a close below it at 2 p.m., and on the next 30-minute bar, there's a close below that, then that's telling you, hey, the move back to that level on the daily time frame is really what's underway. If this holds, then price is just consolidating on a Friday afternoon, June the 12th, summertime, summertime, but stay with the trade. Stay with being short. Folks, do not ignore that spot volatility index. Do not ignore this chart out here. It's simple. Sometimes the old keep it simple Steve approach really works well. We'll be right back, folks.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The gold report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the gold report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the gold report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is David White. Stay tuned because coming up next is the Power Trading Hour right here on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. So let's see what we had a request to go take a look at Google out here for Susie in the YouTube channel out here. So if we take a look at Google right now, trading below the bottom of its daily profile out here, that bottom of that profile is 1416. Susie, that's telling you that what Google wants to do is pull back even further. Now, the top of its weekly profile is 1220. We won't give you that as a number. We can also see on a monthly basis what Google has failed to do is traded above, but it's not trading above it right now, the top of its monthly profile at 1428. So some significant resistance is what Google has traded into. Let's pull over the other charts out here, see what kind of patterns we're taking a look. Let's go to the daily first. And on the daily time frame chart, what Google looks like it's going to do is pull back to test its breakout area. So, Susie, the level to be watching for is 1354.25. With price being below the bottom of that daily profile, pretty good odds that 1354 is going to at least get tested out here. Let's see what's going on in a bit longer term time frame. So on the longer term time frame, and that is the weekly, we have both a bearish and a bullish message out here. So the bullish message is that price is above Stevie's green line, 1373.12. That is its next price target. The bearish message is that this week is going to be a TD9 count, unless things really get rocking and rolling to the downside. So as long as price closes above, I'll give you the exact price point today. Well, I was going to. Still am going to. As long as price closes above 1373.19, then you're going to have a TD9 count top out here. And if price closes below 1373, not today, but below 1373 next week, that's telling us that price is going to... it's likely going to pull back to 1211.76. That's really the breakout area that would pretty much be in question here. Let me take a look at the monthly time frame real quickly before we go to this is the end of the show. And the monthly's got a wave number 7, a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. Looks to me like what Google wants to do, Susie, is pull back. So the first level, 1354. And we'll take things one step at a time. Folks, thanks so much for being here this week. Stay tuned. 2 more great hours are left. Your favorite polar bear, David White. Tom O'Brien to take us on home. Have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you on Magical Monday. Take care, folks.